Hey y'all, hey. Where you been? Let's chat.
Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips, the balance in favor of fair use.
Hey guys, how is everyone doing? Whew, I feel like I have not talked to y'all in a minute. It has been a while. I think the last episode that I did was, I don't even know. But I do want to say thank you guys so much for all of the love, the comments, the conversations that are being had under the second installment of the Allegation series, which was the niece incident. I love the little community that we're building. The conversations are so respectful, so honest, so open, vulnerable, and I thank you guys 1,000,000% for that. I'm really glad that we have a space to talk openly and also with respect, for the most part. Doing that piece of the series really took a lot out of me. The statistics were sickening. The footage was sickening. It was just really a lot, really heavy. So the final piece, which will be the neglect charges, I'm going to be honest, it's going to take me a little while to do that. So maybe in like a month or so, just because there's so much stuff. And as I am going back and I'm sourcing clips, there are other things that I think I want to add in, like the children's fathers. That's been a lot of conversation that we've been having on TikTok about that. And I think it all kind of blends in with this situation. So give me a little bit to get that out. It's draining, but I think that it is important. And for those that are asking what the Allegation series is, well, we've got 2 parts out right now. Basically, I wanted to put out there the 3 most common allegations that you may see or hear of if you tune into my panels or anyone else's panels, and especially if you tune into Apple Store Queen herself on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you find her. The 3 most common that I believe are the group chat, I forgot for a second. The group chat allegations, the niece allegation, and then lastly, the neglect charges allegations, or really why she doesn't have her children physically with her right now. So I want to put that out there, kind of clear and cut. Now you can find all of that information on YouTube right now and other social media platforms. But because there's so much information about her and a lot of it is in long form spans, it's kind of hard to find it. So for the people that want to be intentionally ignorant, I kind of want to put it out in one video. That's all you need to go to. You don't have to poke around. It's right there in your face. And you could either choose to take in the information or just play dumb to it. So yeah, that's why I'm personally doing it myself. It's in no way, shape, or form meant to sway anyone's opinion on her or the situation. It's just to group and gather the information all into one place. I also want to bring up, because you may be seeing them and you may be noticing, so there have been a lot of silly comments going on from silly pages, basically threats on my life and threats on other people's lives. And I think that that is so crazy that you're willing to do something so heinous on the internet for Shay. I think that's wild. Like, you're willing to say that you're going to kill someone over Shay, but when she asks for $20 to get home, Okay, whatever. So I just want to let you guys know that on some of the videos, if I do see a lot of those comments, I'm going to turn them to subscriber only in the comments, which I don't like to do because I feel like everyone should be able to say something, but I don't want to scare anyone off from leaving a comment. So if it gets a little bit too outrageous, I will make them subscriber only, and it'll be for a week. So if you're unable to leave a comment on a certain post, just bear with me, subscribe, wait that week out, and then do what you do. All right, so let's get into it. Now, Mother's Day weekend just passed, and boy, oh boy, was it a show. And I want to apologize again. I did upload as many clips as I could, and they are out of order. And that's because I was spending time with my family. So I really didn't want to, divert my attention too much. And then I've got two phones going, catching the clips. So it was just out of order, too much to put into order. At the end of the day, you could just imagine what was going on and multiply that times 14. She was out of control. But I want to focus in on what happened after that weekend. And that is Apple Store Queen, Hank, Shay, coming onto the internet and giving us an update on her sobriety or her sobriety journey. I'm going to insert some clips and then let's talk about it. Now, I want to take us back a little bit and let's talk about this letter. So it was maybe a week and a half ago that Shay was on live and she decided to read a letter from her two sons. Now, for those that do not know, Shay does have two sons. I want to say 11 and 8 years old that clearly we see do not physically live with her. Now, I don't know if she actually has custody of them or not, but what we do know is, as she explains, they do not live with her and they have not lived with her for going on 3 years now. I think it's important to start here just so we can get some of the context. As we know, some of the things that Shay shares turn into triggers, or when people explain their own situations, those become triggers for her as well. Now, I'm not sure that reading this letter contributed to the idea of restarting her sobriety journey, because remember, she had said a couple of weeks ago that she wasn't drinking anymore. But after a day in the comments, she had to pop that cork. So I want to start here. Let's listen into this and then we'll build up to her going live and talking about her sobriety journey.
So y'all know Mother's Day coming up, right? Yeah, turn the comments off. Y'all know Mother's Day coming up, right? We all know, everybody know my kids are not with me. We know that. I regret that. We know that. I'm learning. Okay, but still. It says to LH. Mind you, they know my kids. LH is me, Lachey Hinton. They know my name. And it says from MLH and Elijah Hinton Boyd. And they said, they both said this. I was crying when I read it too. They said, I love you, Mama. You are the best mother on earth. You can be what you want to be. You are so funny, Mama. You are so strong, Mama. You are so brave, Mama. You are so great, Mama. You are so fun. They said, love Myson and Elijah Hinton. Then they drew their little pictures. This is the first thing I ever read to y'all. So, yeah. I do got other pictures of them that they have been giving me since they've been gone. But yeah, I just thought I'd put that out there since I'm such a terrible mother to the earth, to the internet. I mean, since I don't do right by my kids, since I don't see my kids, since y'all like to go around here lying when I got proof of seeing my kids right here. So, and no, I'm not asking for no sympathy or nothing. That just like made me cry. I wasn't trying to cry in front of them when they gave it to me either. I read it too, but still, them kids love their mama, no matter what y'all say on this internet. So, yeah, I get on here and drink and all that stuff. That don't mean nothing. I can have a drink if I want to, especially on the weekend.
Kids love their mama. Kids love their mama. Even if we as adults think that their mama or their parent isn't doing right, kids naturally love their mama. And I can say that as being a kid that loved their daddy and just wanted the approval and acceptance and presence of their daddy. I wanted to be the most important thing. And unfortunately, as a child, I was not the most important thing to that nigga at the time. And it took a lot of growth and understanding to learn that he wasn't shit. And he was selfish. And he was trying to hurt someone by hurting me. And although that had nothing to do with me, as a kid, I just wanted my daddy around. And thank God that God sent me a father that has been in my life since I was 3 years old, that has been the princess since I was 3, well, really conceived, but I never went without. But even with not going without, naturally, I still wanted and longed for someone that I felt did not want and long for me. So I can just imagine how that feels as a child, because again, I once was that child. So yeah, kids are going to love their mama no matter what. Now, I want to focus in on the last part of that information, where she said that she can have a drink, especially on the weekends. Now, me would think that what's a weekend if you don't have a job? I mean, every day is Saturday if you ain't got to go up to work nowhere. But hey, I want to dibble dabble onto why she may be saying this and why she may have included that tidbit. So let's rewind even further and watch this clip.
Right. That's all I'm doing, sitting here listening to music. If you got a problem with me just sitting here listening to music, then you got a problem. Balance. Y'all don't want me drinking, so therefore I'm just sitting right here chilling, listening to music. So, and that's your fault.
Someone in the comment asks, why can't you drink?
Because people be screen recording and sending it to my caseworker and some more shit. Trying to get me from not seeing my kids. They in the background, they listening. Get quail.
Now, I'm not quite sure when the no drinking rules or stipulations actually started or really if they even exist. Again, all tea is alleged tea, and we're getting this information from tidbits and things that Shay shares with us throughout the years. Now, during her homeless era, well, one of them, Shay was in a shelter, and she mentioned having to go and take drug tests. Now, not quite sure if those drug tests were for her placement in the shelter, her being placed in the housing that she's in now, to see her kids, or maybe a culmination of all those things. But she did mention a few times her taking these drug tests.
Now I'm on my way to go do the drug test. We have to do the drug test in a couple weeks because, not a couple weeks. I did a drug test in a couple days because of the holidays. Then we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna drop that shit back off. Then we're gonna go find somewhere else to go. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but we're gonna go somewhere.
We've also heard the line of her asking for $15, $20 for a lift. She has an appointment. She has errands to run. And some people suspected that those errands, appointments, were the piss test. And I do believe, and I'll try my best to go back and find the clip, but I do believe she actually says that she has to go take the urinalysis test once a week. And here's my thing. So we know that Shay has said many a time she doesn't tell her business, but this is a clear example of her telling people her business. So it should come to no one's surprise that when Shay is seen drinking alcohol on live, that people are going to bring it up. And also, they may threaten or inform her that they are going to report it to authorities. And again, it's unclear as to why she may need to take weekly urine tests, but one would think that it's probably a stipulation to see her children, especially when Shay just explained that people record her and send those recordings off to authorities to prevent her from seeing her kids. Now, if you're new here, you may not know the relationship between Shay and alcohol. Now, it was a major component, and one would say co-host of KLR and even the CWS, Chillin' with Shays. So let's take a even further rewind into some of the footage that has involved Shay and what we could assume is her being under the influence of alcohol, allegedly.
I feel like this person is really on the side of my house. I ain't gonna lie, I feel like this person is on the side of my house, because why the fuck did I smell a skunk so fast? This person. See a couple bodies over there! Hey, are those my trollers? Cause y'all ain't come here at night! Did you just scrolling or somebody sent it to you?
I found it on TikTok. I found it on the thing.
You ain't got a lot of them. Where did you find it, on TikTok or did you find it on YouTube?
I found it on YouTube.
Okay, I reward you for that. Cause some comments, this ain't for everybody. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. I'm not gonna give you a long speech when the camera's on. And I reward you for that for finding out YouTube. What? Yes. But yeah. But yeah. I wish I knew what you know. You okay?
Yeah.
You want your phone back? Here you go. There's your phone back. I'm only doing certain things right now. I'm only on live right now just so people don't be on here lying as they do. Yeah, I know. And you would go to that one. I'm gonna just we gonna do a private prayer. A private prayer for you. Okay? We're gonna do a private prayer for you. Okay? Just go in your room. Just go in your room, okay? Just go in your room. Just go in your room. Just go in your room. I love you, okay? I love you, okay? I love you, okay? Go in your room. 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 Please go in your room. Hey, what's poppin'? So I got something for y'all to check out. It's this lingerie. It comes with a dun 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 dun. Y'all just be repeating the same lame ass shit that y'all repeat on TikTok. It's nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Baby,
Choices. So, next up, let's take a look deeper into the drinking. Now, for those that have been along for the ride, you know that she has said for a while that she has an issue with alcohol.
I've been looking for help for my alcoholism.
Along with what you've heard her say, you may have also seen or heard people mention her heart failure. Now, I, for the life of me, cannot find the video, but I know that there's one floating around of Shay describing how she found out that she has heart failure. If I do find it, I will tag it, but for now, I'll just post this clip. And this is what Shay put up on her Facebook account in 2023. So the very first image reads, "Just got some bad news. It's gonna take a minute to let the world know the news I just received. But when I get back, I'll be back like I never left. Just keep me in your prayers." Now, I'm assuming that it only took about 45 minutes before she told her business. And this business reads, "Okay, so anyways, Mother's Day night, I had a very bad back pain. I called the ambulance because I couldn't take the pain anymore. Fast forward, they do a CAT scan on my back, yada, yada, yada. Come back from the CAT scan, they tell me they noticed my shortness of breath and tell me I have heart failure. I've been here since Sunday night. Hell yeah, I want to go home. I miss my kids and outside." Now, you could actually go back to Kuda's page on YouTube and see when she's in the hospital, see when she complains and goes back to the hospital with back pain, and then see when she comes back. That's when we got the funny video of her son telling her that one of her nieces or nephews broke her laptop and she tries to play mad, even though it seems like she already knew. But anyway, you could see all that documented there. I will link it in the description box if you want to go back and view it yourself. but I'm gonna try to go from memory. Again, I cannot find the exact video where she's explaining how she discovered or how the day happened, but I wanna say that she said her and her sister and the kids were going up to Chuck E. Cheese, having fun, playing games. Well, she was on her phone, but doing the things that you do at Chuck E. Cheese. And by the time that they walked back home, she was so winded and out of breath that she told her sister she needed to go to the hospital. And that's when she discovered that she had the heart failure. But I mean, this is Apple Store Queen, so depending on the day and the dollar amount needed, the story may fluctuate. All tea is alleged tea. All right, I'm rambling. Let's get to playing what we actually came here to play. And this is Shay discussing her journey to being sober. Damn, I can really talk. Like, we're already 30 minutes in. I don't forgot what the whole point of the video was. Y'all just got me talking and yapping.
Hey. Yo, guess what I did earlier this morning? I poured the rest of my liquor out. Yeah, I poured the rest of it out. Girl, why you do that? Because I need to stop drinking. Especially drinking on live.
Now, before we go any further, I just want to put it out there that I completely understand that sobriety is a journey. It is not a linear move. You're going to have your ups, you're going to have your downs, you're going to have your trials and tribulations and everything in between. I completely understand. I lived with somebody that is still on the journey. So I get it. You say that you're going to quit, things happen. You say you're going to quit, things happen, and so on and so forth. Anything that I say after this is not intended to minimize the strength that it takes to come to the realization that you have a problem, you need to stop, and you need to get help. I just want to put that out there.
Everybody told me I need to stop drinking, so I poured it out.
And this is where you begin to lose me. It feels like we're going down the wrong road. Because who is the everybody? Hopefully it's not the trolls that you were speaking of in that video from earlier. Because if you're doing this for social media, you've already lost the battle.
No, I poured it in the drain, girl. Girl, drink don't hurt nobody. It hurt me. And I ain't finna get into detail. They drink just like all of us.
And this is what confirms for me that the majority of her Instagram supporters are trolls. Now, if you don't know, Shay has different personalities for different social medias. On Instagram, that's where she's calm and she goes to have people reassure her, lick her boots, heal her wounds. Now, there are some new faces on Instagram, but a lot of them have been watching Shay and talking to her for years. They've seen the journey. They've seen the ups and the downs. They've seen when she had the kids and when she lost them and she was homeless. There's even one that Shay said that she would talk to as she slept outside because she had nowhere else to go. So these people know her journey with alcohol. And to say things like, they drink, so can you, or a drink every now and again won't hurt, how is that helpful? Like, how? If they really supported her, they would have said, you know what, Shay, I'm with you. Let's go on a 7-day challenge. Let's do a month challenge. We can detox together. Oh, I'll send you over some recipes for mocktails, things like that. But we see them encouraging her to drink. Even today, hours, like maybe an hour or two ago, there are people on there begging her to take a drink. People love to blame the trolls or the screen recorders because it's easy. They're accessible. They're right there. You can see them, identify, and pinpoint it. But I feel like the real villains are the ones that she's closest to.
Honestly, I poured it down the drain for the kids. Honestly, I just need to stop drinking altogether. I need to stop drinking for real so I can get my kids back.
There are not too many times that I have felt that Shay was being genuine, but I gotta say, I feel like she was really being genuine and vulnerable right there for those 2 or 3 seconds. For those that may not know, again, she has 2 children and they have not physically been with her for going on 3 years now. And when I say physically, they don't live with her full time. I think that Shay is silly, but I don't think that she's stupid. I think that she's selfish, but I don't think that she's completely heartless. And the gravity of the situation that she's in, I believe, does weigh down on her. Now, it may not always be on live where we could see it, but I'm not going to be foolish and say that she does not miss or love her children, because I believe that she does. Maybe not in all the ways that one would think people do or parents would, but I do believe that she does miss having them there. Also, I want to say either the day prior to or maybe this day, I think it was the day that she actually filmed this, I was on live and we were talking about the children's fathers, the youngest in particular. And it's alleged, even though I believe you can't go look it up, but it is alleged that the youngest child's father had a charge against him for putting paws on him. Now, that was some years ago, and although I do not know for sure, this is alleged, but I do believe that that father has more involvement with the son than Shay does right now. And I'm not trying to weigh charges because that's crazy, but I would think that if you put paws on your son enough to have to be taken away to the chokey, and now you have him, that a person that has been put up in a home for going on 1.5 years now, why don't you? And again, I'm not charge shaming, charge weighing, or saying that she needs to have those kids or it's a great idea to have them. Because honestly, with the state that she's in, I don't think it's the best idea that either one of the kids be there. What I'm saying is, if someone can go through a situation, have the child taken away, go through whatever steps to get the child taken back in X amount of time, and you've had your children nearly double that amount of time, not had your children in double that amount of time, what's up with you? Well, I guess we'll get into the reasoning or part of the reasoning as to why she may not have them coming up.
And I'm tired of the trolls making it seem like they run my life and shit because of the drinking. Like, every time I get a drink in my hand, they sending videos to the courts and shit. Like, why are y'all sending videos to the courts?
It's probably because you said that you're not supposed to be drinking. And this is what I don't understand about her. Like, you say you don't tell your business, you do tell your business, and then you get upset when there are consequences. Like, what do you mean? You told the people. You already know how it goes down. If you remember earlier, that clip that I played when she was on the porch, there was a direct link to the DCF site there. So if you know that you're being monitored, why are you drinking on live?
Y'all love saying y'all want me to see me with my kids, but yet you're stopping me from seeing my kids by screen recording and sending videos and shit.
Now, I'm gonna need for y'all to put a 1 in the comments if you've ever said or have even seen anyone say that they would love to see Shay with her kids. Now, that's a stretch right there. Love, that's a real deal stretch. And here we go with the lack of accountability. You know you're not supposed to be drinking. You know that people are watching you. You know that people have sent things to places. Remember when you said that the trolls got you fired or the trolls got your kids taken away? So why is it that you would risk not being able to see your kids by drinking on TikTok? And again, anyone and everyone is free to do what they want to do. Shay's over 21. She could have a drink. But let's put our thinking caps on. Why is she choosing to risk having visits with her kids to show people that she is drinking and being drunk on live? Isn't that what FaceTime is for? Can't you call a friend?
Being weird. Tired of that shit. Yeah. Sending videos to the court. Because they don't want to see me with my kids.
And this is what really, really bothers me. It's not that the people that are making authorities aware of this seemingly dangerous behavior don't want to see you with your children. It's that you don't want to see yourself with your children. Because again, you know the rules and you know what it looks like. I mean, we've seen in the past people call, it's not funny, but we've seen in the past people call up to the goddamn City Trends and say that you were in there. Vanessa at the Burger King and say that you were up there. So you know that you're being watched. So why is it that you would risk seeing your children on a visit or even reuniting and having you all under one roof just to turn up on TikTok with people you do not know? And I also want to say that false reporting is wrong. And no one should be calling up there just because. That is not okay. But if you believe that someone is not only a danger to themselves, but also may be a danger to children that are coming around them, I think that you are within your rights to express that to those that may make a difference in keeping the children safe or not. And also in my mind too, it's like, why do you even want to drink? Why do you want to get yourself so drunk and so obliterated on live when some of the last scenes that we've seen of you with your kids is you being drunk and obliterated on live? And I understand that addictions are tough to beat. They really are. I get that. But it's just like you're putting the blame on people that are watching and not on you that is actually doing. There's a huge difference. Now, I was not around for the days that she had the children when they were in her custody, but I want to say salute to anyone that put in a tip, wrote a letter, sent a photo, email, anything like that to get those children to a safer place. And I could only pray that they went to a safer place. Because to have a parent that is not capable enough is not a proper place to be. Thank God someone was watching. Thank God someone was looking out for those kids. Thank God for you all.
My thing is, they say one thing but do the other thing. Like, which one is it? Y'all be preaching this and that, but your actions showing some weird shit though. I'ma still have a drink here and there, but not on live.
Girl. Like, all right.
Shit. Motherfuckers do too much on the internet. Motherfuckers love using shit against you on the internet because they don't like you because you got more followers than them, or you're more known than them.
She really thinks that Shay's known for that meme in the Apple Store and punching the phone. Those are two things that I think most adults would not really want to be associated with.
Because you still got supporters no matter what they do. No matter how many times they try to make you out to be the bad guy. Motherfuckers still mad. Motherfuckers still sending me money. Like, man, whether I ask for money or not, I still make money. Like, come on now. Y'all not stopping shit. I had a long talk with one of my friends I haven't talked to in a while. She kind of like woke me up a little bit, you know. We had a nice long sister talk, and it woke me up.
You know, if having your children taken out of your custody more than once, not being able to see your niece and nephew, being homeless, not having the greatest relationship with your brother, your mom, hell, your auntie airing you out on TikTok, your cousins, boyfriends, thank God there's a friend that could wake you up.
And I'm so serious this time. I know I said that I was gonna stop multiple times, but I'm so serious. But watch people still gonna be negative though. Watch people still gonna be negative, talking about some you ain't getting your kids back and you're not getting this and you're not doing this and you're not. Watch. Just watch. Looks like still ain't gonna believe in me. But yet y'all screen recording everything I'm saying.
Is she a bird? Does the elevator just not go all the way to the top floor? Is she 3 beans short of a chalupa? Maybe people don't believe what you're saying because there are screen recordings of you saying the same thing and not following through. Like, hello, ding dong. And again, I understand that quitting an addiction of any kind takes trials. You're going to attempt to do it, you're going to fail. The relapse rate for alcohol is sky high, but there are people that successfully make it through. And like I was saying before, if you are doing this to prove a point to trolls, for people to not say something, you've already lost. You should be doing this for yourself, first and foremost, and then also your kids. Or let me say how she understands it. Them motherfucking kids. I highly doubt that she will find praise from anyone outside of Instagram. And that's okay. And I really hope that she's not trying to seek it. Your amen corner should be your inner thoughts. Your amen corner will be your kids when they say, Mom, I had such a great day with you. Mom, you look better. Mom, I really love you. When they say that openly and honestly, when they could look you in your eyes and when you could look them in their eyes, sober, healthy, able to run around with them at the park, that is all the hand clap and the pat on the back that you need. You will not find that on TikTok. You're not going to find that on Instagram. And you more than likely won't find it on Facebook. So I really pray that the friend that she spoke to lets her know that. Do not seek validation in people that are not there with you. It really needs to come from within. And I'm afraid if she doesn't follow through with that mindset, she's bound to fail again.
Yeah, TikTok don't support me like that. Motherfuckers be fake as a bitch over there. Motherfuckers only want to see me down bad. TikTok is so negative. It's only a little bit of supporters over there. Mostly everybody on TikTok is trolls. On TikTok, they act like crackheads. Right. TikTok allow too much bullshit. They be so quick to say that they anti-bullying, but yet when a person go live, it don't seem like it. TikTok is beginning to be a sad ass app. Miss was just dancing. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat something. It'll be a new one soon. Just take our TikTok because it's going down the drain, especially after America bought E, right? Thank you. Watch these, watch. As soon as I get off here, motherfucker's gonna be screen recording, making judgment of it. They didn't even ban Messy Talk or the people that bullied that girl, really. They sure didn't. They need to. That shit is sad. Messy Talk shouldn't even be a damn thing at all. I don't like Big O. Yeah, that was sad. Then they was still on live talking about her. Why like talking about some she faking. Like what? How you gonna fake something?
That kind of made me think about how she got on TikTok and said that her niece wasn't being touched on. She was just being tickled. She cries mommy all day long. Nobody was touching her.
Why would you fake? How would you fake something? They just as bad as the people who troll me. I ain't had nothing for breakfast.
And I think that's a good stopping point there. She goes on to mentioning a few other things and then just goes into the kitchen and starts cooking. The full video is on my page. I will link it in the description. So, whether we think that she'll last until the end of the week or if she'll go 90 days, I do wish her well on this journey. I think that it's in the best interest of her health and also the children for her to be as happy and healthy as possible. Now, do I think it's going to be a struggle? Absolutely. And I would hope, again, that her real supporters and the person that she had that talk with really sits down with her and maybe mentions that social media is a trigger. Shay said time and time again that she doesn't like to go to TikTok unless she's drunk. So to go over there and make your money, as she says, sober, is going to be an uphill battle. And again, I do wish her well on this journey because she needs to sober up. Those kids have not had the presence of their mother in a long time. She's missing major milestones. And whether you agree with the treatment that she receives or not, I think that we could all agree that her sons deserve a healthy and happy mother. And that's going to begin with putting down the bottle and picking up that accountability. I'm going to leave, just like before, some information if you feel like you are struggling with alcohol or any other addictions, but specifically alcohol. I'm going to link some phone numbers and some sites. Check them out. You are worth getting the help. You are. And if you've made it this far, drop some bicycle emojis in the comments for me. Thank you guys so much. I will see you on the next one and have a great night.
I know I'm going down the right. I know I'm going down the wrong path. I know that I drink a lot. Do you think I give a fuck? No, I don't. Because you don't know the reason why I drink a lot. You don't know the reason why I'm a deadbeat. You don't know the reason why I'm whatever you calling me right now. Like, a lot of times y'all be wrong. On some real shit, a lot of y'all be wrong.